Marcus Smart is the top 6 Celtics in the past 10 years. If Marcus Smart becomes a captain, would you put him in your top 6?
No.
All right, another episode of the Causeway Street Podcast. Josue Pavone here. Joel Pavone, Sean Dutra is in the building. And we're doing all-time Celtics of the 2010s team. That's what we're doing this episode, all right?
You got to think of a better name than that, man.
It's definitely the offseason. What do you want to call it?
You got to think of a better name than that.
All Celtics 2010s?
No, it's like the same thing you just said.
I mean, I can't get over the fact that this decade is going to end.
What do they call this
in
decade?
Like 4 months.
What do we call this decade?
It's the 2010s.
It's not the 2010s.
Well, what did you call it? The 10s?
2010 sounds like, I don't know.
It's the 2010s, what they call it.
What do you call the 1910s?
I don't know, man. I wasn't there. They probably called it the 10s, and then came the 20s. It gets much easier after this decade. Like the next one will be the 20s. Hey, man, it's the 20s.
That's the 2020s.
Yeah, man, that's how you get around now. You fly.
It's the 20s.
That's what they're gonna say.
It's the 2020s.
Yeah.
I feel like it should be called something else, man.
that's what it's called.
It's called the 10s?
Yeah, it's the 10s.
Nah, man.
No, 10 sounds weird. No, it's the 2010s. Why are you changing
2010 sounds way weird.
It's the 2010s, all right? And believe it or not, we're at the tail end of it. So we're talking about the top Celtics players of this decade. All right? We're going to do the starting 5.
Why would you say that?
And then we're going to do the bench.
Yeah.
Why don't you say that?
Just say what?
Top Celtics, the all-decade team.
The all-decade team?
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds like we're talking about...
No, because you just
the decade,
specifies from 2010 to now.
Yeah, all decade sounds like
it's the all 2010 team, everybody.
From 2009 to 2019. That's not what we're doing. We're doing 2010 through 2019.
Okay.
Because let's face it, those first few months of the regular season is not going to matter much. So
the teens. We call it the teens.
No, we're not. No.
All right, let's go.
2011, 12. This important years right there, Sean.
All right.
All
I'm off it.
Yeah, come on.
Can
we get off of this already? You know what? You're gonna
if you're still listening, thank you.
You're gonna go last. You know, because
I'm just saying
Sean's
it doesn't sound great. Doesn't roll off the tongue.
Sean's got to complain about everything. I forgot. So Jesus,
I'm a grumpy old man in the offseason right now.
You got your list ready right now?
I got my list ready.
All right, Joel. Let's start with you. You got your list ready?
With me, all right.
No, wait. How are we doing this? Set it up.
All right. So we got the starting 5.
Starting 5. So we're going to name our starting 5s.
Name your starting 5.
Okay.
And then we got 3 bench players.
Yeah.
And then you brought up, what should we call this? The unforgettable wild card? I don't know.
Just say wild card.
What do you want to
The
go
wild
with
card.
Yeah, the wild card. I like that. Wild card.
And define the wild card.
The wild card is just, the dude that you sort of like for no reason.
Okay.
All right.
Like,
It doesn't have to be someone who's productive, right? Just someone that you...
like for no reason.
Generally liked for no reason.
Yeah.
Throughout this time.
Yeah. Can be productive if you want him to be.
All right.
But just someone that you like for no reason.
Okay.
Because there was a lot of them.
Oh, man. The first year of Brad Stevens, there was, 42 Celtics players?
Oh, yeah.
And then you had...
So just I'll put this out there. So a little teaser. I thought about putting Von Wafer on this spot.
Yeah, but you didn't cheer for him, though. You make it sound like he was like your guy. Or did you? I don't know. Maybe you did.
I was a Von Wafer dude.
I thought you were going to say Scal or something.
Yeah, fuck Scal.
All right. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
Nah, man. I got a great wild card for you.
Okay, great tease. I like it.
Great wild card for you.
All right. Joel, what do you got?
All right, my starting 5. I got in the backcourt, I got Rondo, and I got Ray. In the front court, I got... Yeah. What's up? What's going on?
When do I get to jump in?
No, I'm laughing. I know what you're about to say.
Yeah. Okay.
That's just my starting 5.
Okay.
All right.
That's a big deal. It's a fucking big deal.
Yeah. I went back and forth. Don't worry.
You got Rondo.
Yeah.
And you got Ray.
Can I finish?
Hold on. How long did Ray play in the 2010s?
2 years.
I thought you can give him a hard time for not saying his whole name, so I thought you were going to do.
Oh, no.
2 years.
Okay.
All right. Then I got Pierce, I got Horford, and I got Garnett.
Okay.
That's my starting 5.
All right. Starting 5. Do you want to go around and do starting 5s before we get to bench players?
Yeah,
I think our starting 5s would be pretty simple.
Let's do it. What do you got?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you made him go last.
No, I mean,
You did yell at me.
yeah, you pissed me off a few minutes ago, but it's all right.
You're the one that names it as a 2010 Celtics team.
Why
It
is
makes
that
sense.
weird? What would you call it then, Sean? What's your
I already
fucking
said the
title?
all-decade team, bro.
The all-decade team?
Yeah.
So 29?
Oh.
From 09?
Learn how to count. Anyways.
10 years ago was 2009.
Which technically we
that's
should
why it
do that
doesn't-
because,
It doesn't sound like that.
there's still one more year left in the decade.
But this is the 2020
No,
season.
there isn't. The decade ends in 2020.
But this is, if we're talking,
Yeah,
when you
not
say
10
2010,
years,
I think about the 2010 Celtics who went to the finals.
Yeah, you can include that.
That was 10 years from now because if the Celtics go to the finals, it'll be the
No,
2020 Celtics that go to the finals.
Yeah, and that's exactly 10 years.
That's what I mean. So
Yeah,
this
because the
squad's going to be
but if you're including
the 10th
the
squad since when we went to the finals.
if you're including the 2010 team, that's 10 years. That's a decade.
Yeah. Hence the all-decade team, bro.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound right.
I'm going to go with the 2010 team. Team of the 2010s. All right, here's my starting five. Different from yours. A little bit. Let me go to the tape here. I went back and forth on the backcourt. All right. I agree with Rondo. Rondo is definitely a starting point guard on this team. Now, starting shooting guard on this team, I'm going to put Isaiah Thomas in there.
That's good.
I'm going to put Isaiah Thomas right there. Front court, I think we're all on the same page. We're probably on the same page. I had KG playing the 5 and Al playing the 4. You can switch it.
You can switch it.
I mean, I had KG playing the 4, Al playing the 5, and then Pierce obviously at the 3. But 1,000%, I'm taking IT over Ray this decade.
Okay.
If you want to bring in 08 and 09, then it's a different story. But if you're just talking about this decade, IT over Ray Allen in my starting lineup all day. Every day.
Wow. Disrespecting Ray Allen.
Not
Is it 'cause he
disrespecting
left?
Ray Allen.
Is that why? Because he left?
What? He had one good year, really, in 2010. In 2011, Avery Bradley tried to steal his job. And in 2012, he left. Isaiah had 3 solid seasons.
No. Avery stole his job in 2012. 2011-2012 season.
Yeah. So Isaiah had 3 solid seasons where he was the best player on the team, had the highest point production of anyone in a Boston Celtics jersey since John Havlicek. I'm giving him the nod. If we're talking about this decade. If you're talking about Celtics career, yeah, you may give it a Ray over. But
Okay.
you take away 08, 09, man, no. Forget that, man. IT over Ray Allen all day. All day.
All right.
That's my starting 5.
It's a short point guard. Shooting guard.
But I figure
No, it's all right. Whatever. It
Rondo
doesn't
can
matter.
defend the 2. IT
Yeah.
can defend the 1.
Yeah.
IT can play
No,
off
I
the
mean-
ball. He's shown that.
Yeah, he's on my IT's on my team. Don't get me wrong, but I'll explain why I think he should come off the bench on this particular squad. But go ahead.
Okay. All right. Backcourt, I got Isaiah Thomas and Ray Allen.
Oh, no, Rondo! I
no
almost did
Rondo.
the same thing, man. But then I had to put Rondo over Ray.
No Rondo.
Wow.
Front court, you already know. Pierce, Horford, Garnett.
Okay, so it's the backcourt that we got a little beef on.
Yeah, man.
Let's talk about it
Well,
because
this is the whole point of this conversation.
it's a 2 for 2 for 2.
Yeah, by the way, this is like the last time I'll ever like share something with Joel because we got into this way before, so then like now I feel like it's not authentic, but yeah.
I wasn't in it, so go ahead, man.
Well, yeah, obviously the IT and Rondo thing.
All right, so then,
that's where we're
so
different.
then should I share my bench now?
No, let's stick on IT and Rondo for a minute.
Yeah, because we all agree
This is
that
a starting lineup.
Rondo
Sorry,
and IT is on the
and
squad.
With me, the reason why I have IT coming off the bench is because I feel like my bench is weak and there's no really scoring. So
Hold on.
he was a 6 man to begin with when he came to the Celtics, and he was very good at it.
All right, so I'm gonna put it this way. I want to put it this way. This will put it very blunt. Forget about injuries.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying anything about injuries.
Forget about where they went. Look at the body of work
Okay.
in the Celtics jersey
Mm-hmm.
in 2010 to 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Rondo, Ray, and IT. Who do you pick? Number 1 out of that 3. You have to pick one. You
Rondo.
can only pick one.
I'm picking Rondo.
Overall production, I'm gonna go Thomas.
It's IT, man.
I'm gonna go Thomas.
It's Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
man.
Thomas.
It's
close though.
And it's not just
That's a good way to put it though. Put in those three guys
because
together.
those three guys. I'm not gonna lie. You can spin a wheel. Whoever it lands on, you're okay with it. You know what I mean? But if you're really trying to rank this team, because the front court is the front court. It's Pierce. It's Garnett. It's Horford.
Yeah,
we know that.
No one's competing.
It's all done.
Yeah.
If anyone says shit about that, you haven't been watching basketball. How Boston Celtics basketball. But the backcourt is interesting because you would just think of it like, if you think of it really quickly, you're gonna go Rondo or Ray Allen. That's done. But if you
it's that time frame
take out
that
those 2 years, the 08
Yeah.
and 09, and you really look at it, like Rondo, remember there was this conversation when Pierce and Garnett got traded around, can you build a team around Rondo? Remember that shit?
Mm-hmm.
That dominated airwaves for a while. We were split on it. We all were split on it when we put our podcast together because that was the last year Rondo was there.
It was depending on who you're going to put around him.
Very true.
Because even when he came back from his ACL injury, he played about 30 games, and he was still averaging 9.8, 10 assists.
Damn close to a triple double, yeah.
With fucking Humphreys,
Sully,
Tyler Zeller,
Shavlik Randolph,
Jared Bayless.
Yeah,
like he was
Marshawn Brooks.
Like he.
These guys did not make our team.
Jeff Green? No one got Jeff Green.
Oh, what? You never know.
Sebastian Telfair didn't make anybody's list.
Oh man. Yeah, that dude's a criminal.
Dark days right now for Sebastian.
Criminal.
Yeah.
Yo, did y'all catch that video real quick? By the way,
there's a video.
In case you
when
missed
he was
it,
in court.
save for in case you missed
no.
it. I didn't see that.
Because this happened now over a week ago, but yeah, he according to him, all these guns and ammunition, and he had permits from those from Florida, but in New York, which have like the strictest gun laws in the country.
Yep.
It's like, no, there's not. That doesn't uphold here in this state.
How did you even cross borders with this shit?
3.5 years, and he's just like
Locked up.
Yeah.
Yo, he'll be right next to Akon, man.
Yeah, man, poor guy.
Hey,
Hey.
ASAP's free.
Yeah, finally. About
Damn
time.
right.
Who do you
Can't wait for the Fire
who do you
album
credit
to come
for
out.
Barack. You know Barack was like, hey, Trump's going to try to
take credit for this shit?
He's gone in a couple of years, okay? Let's keep this sovereign relationship going. You know I speak for the country when I say just free ASAP, okay? And they're like,
We'll get the
Barack,
hashtag going.
Barack, but you seen the videos. He's like, hey, I'll make sure Trump doesn't take no credit for this, all right? Fuck Trump, man.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I think with IT, it also comes down to not only what he did on the court, but also what he meant for the franchise. I mean, he expedited the process that we thought was going to take 2 or 3 years. No, the Celtics missed the playoffs for 1 year. Brad Stevens' first year of his tenure. And then came IT. And then IT all of a sudden was like the recruiter for guys like Gordon Hayward.
Without IT, you do not have the team you have today.
Yeah, but on the court, we're talking about production though.
Yo, but that's fine. Production, IT wins in production. He had the best single season out of all three of them that we've talked about.
But that was
the best single season, scoring season in Celtics history.
But that was one playoff run, though.
But it wasn't even just a playoff run. It was a whole season.
Okay.
He literally took the Celtics to the number 1 seed.
All right, okay.
And then took them to the Eastern Conference Finals and lost to the only people who could lose to is LeBron James, man.
So then that one season outplays the 4 or 5 years that Rondo was.
Rondo, I think you have a little bit of an argument with Rondo, but the thing that knocks Rondo on
I'm talking about
IT
overall production. Okay, I'm sorry to cut you off for a second because it says from
2010.
Listen,
from 2010. Don't include 08 and 09.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we fucking said.
I just want to make sure.
Okay, from 2010 till 2014, right?
Missing a year with the ACL.
No, I'm not technically okay. Fine, but he still played 30 games when he came back. That's the first year of Brad Stevens, and then he played 25 to 30 games before he got traded, and it was still leading the fucking league in assists and all that other stuff. Yeah. And I know it's difficult to picture a time where people weren't averaging triple doubles on a yearly basis.
Yeah, true.
But before Russell Westbrook was doing it, Rondo was always leading the league in fucking triple doubles or near triple doubles.
Oh, Rondo was the only person in the league at that point getting triple doubles.
So then that's what I talk about when I break down IT versus Rondo overall. I mean, Rondo was on first and second all defensive NBA teams. He was a steals leader in the NBA, assist leader multiple times. And I think that counts when you're talking about overall production versus just scoring.
Yeah, man.
Like he made your teammates better. Even when he had shitty teammates, remember Tyler Zeller?
Yeah.
Like he got a starting job because of Rondo. Like he made players around him better. Even
Sullinger.
I get it. He played with Hall of Fame players. Yeah. But how many naysayers after they got knocked out in Game 7 of 2010 were like, yeah, that's it. The Celtics are done. Like they're over the hill. And he prolonged Garnett and Pierce's careers.
So do you think though that here's why I say IT. Same kind of teams. The same kind of teams were in like 2013, 14, as were in 2016, 17. And Isaiah was able to take those teams to an Eastern Conference final.
But he didn't play, though.
Right. So do you think that Rondo was going to take that team to an Eastern Conference final? Do you think that Rondo was a transcendent player that was going to be able to finish like third in the league in MVP voting?
You're not asking him to be your offensive number one guy.
Well, that's what I mean. Like
that's why
Isaiah,
it's hard to compare the two because you're talking about like one guy who had 3 Hall of Famers that essentially were carrying the team, and obviously Rondo was a vital piece. Obviously, he was that point guard. Whether we're talking about before 2010 and 08 and so on, and especially that last season, right before he tore his ACL, he was on easily the best season of his career.
Right.
They needed him to be that guy because obviously these guys were getting older.
But then what happened?
And Kevin Garnett. But then he went down. That's the thing. We will never know what happened. But what would have happened if he was healthy because they needed him to be that guy. That was the one year where it was like, okay,
he would have been the best player on the team.
The Celtics will go as far as Rondo will take them.
Yep.
And because he got hurt, the Celtics bowed out in the first round, and that was the end of the Big Three era. Whereas Isaiah Thomas didn't have those stars next to him. Didn't have a single all-star next to him, had to carry the team, put him on his back. The Celtics were an underdog, essentially, regardless of what the record stated, every single series, and they came out on top with Isaiah leading the way. 2 all-star teams that he made, and essentially became not only a top recruiter, but the most attractive piece that players wanted to join, whether we're talking Al Horford, whether we're talking about Gordon Hayward, and down the road came Kyrie Irving, came now Kemba Walker. None of those guys are even in the conversation without Isaiah Thomas being there.
Celtics would have turned into a franchise that was like the New York Knicks, I think,
or last year's Nets.
I'm saying like
that would have been then the team that's trying to make the playoffs and still building. They would have been relying on.
There's a real chance. There's a real chance. There's a real
right.
chance after you win a couple championship or you have a championship contender. Once you fall apart and once you lose your players, you're normally in purgatory or way worse than purgatory for years. And Isaiah changed that. Isaiah was and you know what? You know what though? I will say this. Yes, the Eastern Conference Finals run was great. But his first, right after he got traded to the Celtics, he instantly sparked the team to make a run at the playoffs. Which that season, we had zero business making to the goddamn playoffs.
Okay, you're right.
Zero business. And you know what? So here, I'll let you go in 1 second. Okay. But the reason why I choose IT over Rondo, I think, is Rondo. I would have loved to see what Rondo would have done in 2013. Okay? But he got injured. And when you get injured, you got to go with the 2 seasons that happened before then. And I think the 2.5 seasons that Isaiah was with the Celtics outweighs Rondo's 2010 to 2013, 14 contributions, and that's why I take him over Rondo any day. I'm not saying he's a better overall player, but his run during this decade was better.
All right. Didn't play in the Eastern Conference Finals, right? IT, the year that they made it there, right? He did his thing against the the Wizards. He did his thing against the Bulls.
That was 2019, man. I can't keep making that mistake.
Even with
the Wizards,
even though when Rondo played those first two games, dominated the Celtics. Did he not? And both of you and I have it on.
Yes. No, Rondo.
Like, yo, if Rondo plays that, I don't know. I don't think the Celtics would have beat them.
Why do you think that Rondo was playing at such a high level?
I'm talking about playoffs.
I'm telling you, it was because he was like, yo, fuck this IT dude.
Okay.
He's coming to take my spot. And he thinks he's going to be better than me. And you know what? But that's another thing about Rondo. That's another thing about Rondo that I think that IT had more than him. IT was more consistent than Rondo because Rondo would have his gigantic games. What they always say about Rondo, national TV Rondo. And that was a thing. You can say it wasn't, but it was a thing because he was consistent, but his big games were national TV Rondo or playoff Rondo. Now, IT
so let me finish my
carried
point about,
team the entire season.
Okay. But let me finish my point about
go ahead.
About that playoff run, okay?
Yeah.
So he pretty much didn't face the Cavaliers or LeBron James that season. All right?
Who didn't?
IT. And every time they met before that, got swept. I know he was still the best player on the squad, but they weren't victorious. In Rondo's last playoff run with the Celtics, 2012, when Pierce was, and I love Pierce, don't get me wrong, when Pierce was getting fouled out of games, and fucking,
it was the end. It was the end.
Like in the Atlanta series. And the Philadelphia series, that went 7 games. That shouldn't have gone 7 games.
I hear you.
Rondo put that team on his back. And against Miami as well. Every time Rondo played LeBron James in the playoffs, those were epic battles. Regular season or playoffs.
I hear you, man. You know
or playoffs.
And I'm not saying it's far off. I mean, you bring up a great point because that playoff run, that improbable. Was it Eastern Conference Finals?
Yeah.
The Eastern Conference Finals.
They blew a 3-2 lead.
Where we had a 3-2 lead. That was all because of Rondo.
And Rondo had a triple-double in Game 7.
I know. And Chris Bosh just had too many.
And Chris Bosh just hit fucking 6 3-pointers. That was the difference.
So, I mean, you still had Pierce and Garnett. Yes, they were probably not Pierce and Garnett as we remembered them in the green, right? Yeah. But damn, Rondo was good in that fucking playoff run. You're right, Joel. You are right, and you make a good point there. You make a good point.
I'm saying like his overall, like his fingerprints are on every part of the game.
If Wade, that was the year that Wade messed up his elbow, right?
No, that was the year before.
That was 2011.
That was the year before.
Yeah.
And he still came back with his fucking arm twisted the other way. Came back and did his thing.
No, I'm not taking away anything from Rondo, but I just think
you need like as much scoring power as like the my starting 5 has. You need someone to dish that, and I'm not, and IT that's just not in him, and that's okay. That's his game is to score, and he has multiple ways of scoring.
Why? Okay. So let's say out of the 3, you're gonna pick IT and Rondo. Why'd you put Ray in there?
I'm not gonna lie, man. When you said that backcourt, I'm like, okay. I was looking at it as like as position.
I had Ray in there too, but I took him out.
The reason I was thinking about Ray was because of 2012. I know he didn't like the season was challenging for him.
2011 was pretty good. The 2010 and 2011 for me, he was pretty good. 2012,
yeah.
It was up
2010,
and down.
He could have been the best player on the team in 2010.
Well, I think of 2012 because he lost his starting spot. He said he didn't care, but it just looked like he did care.
But when Avery couldn't keep popping his shoulder back into place,
and
they shut him down. He was like, all right, it's my time to shine.
And then that playoff series, especially the one against the Heat, he came correct. It was good, especially in the last game. Game 7, he had a really good Game 7.
In the finals in 2010, was Ray Allen the best player on the team?
He had his moments, he did break the record for the single. In the finals game, the 3-point record.
I forget if it was the first or the second series that against the Lakers where he went cold. I thought it was the first series where he went a little cold.
No, in 08, no, he didn't go cold. There was moments in 2010 where he went cold.
In the playoff run, right?
In the playoff run.
Yeah, 2010.
Yeah.
So then that's, you know what? That's another point too. So that sort of, I'm thinking, okay, maybe he might not even be my starting five.
Now, Ray Allen, if you include 08 and 09,
I was thinking per position.
then he's obviously in there. Now, this is tough because you're taking out.
I mean, 09 especially.
Yeah. 09, he was the best player on the team.
Yeah.
Besides Pierce. Man, him and Pierce coin flip, whatever.
I say him and Rondo. Rondo against the Bulls? I just watched that fucking game on NBA TV the other day. They were showing, because they were doing like all Chicago shit. I don't know when they're gonna do all Celtics.
Oh, that was that D Rose shit.
Yeah, remember the seven
I remember that series.
The 3 overtimes, and then there was like 7 overtimes and overall in that series.
I remember.
And Ray went off for like 50 something or 49 or something.
Then the fight at a track meet after game 1.
Ray or you?
Try.
I just snagged that out of the fucking sky.
Nice, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Shit, yo.
Bro. You had me fucked up.
Yeah, that's like Mr.
Those
that's like Mr.
mosquitoes,
Miyagi
bro?
fucking like teachings
Yo,
right there.
take a picture and send it to Mosquito Ranger, bro. Yo, by the way, anybody out there trying to get your yard sprayed by mosquitoes, use Mosquito Ranger for 1 year. They come back the second year, they suck.
Sprayed by mosquitoes or for mosquitoes?
No, to make a mosquito barrier around your yard.
Oh, okay.
These motherfuckers came in last year. I said, I got my mosquitoes. I want to hang outside. They came in first year, crushed it. Brought them back second year. They're jerking off out there. They ain't fucking spraying. I just went outside for 5 minutes. I got eaten by 4 mosquitoes.
Sean said, this is not the kind of spraying I was talking about, guys. I need some actual.
I don't need semen on my fence. All right, I need a fucking mosquito barrier. Oh, Jesus Christ! I got 40 more acres to go.
This episode of the Causeway Street Podcast is brought to you by betonline.ag, your go-to site for online betting. Right now, head over to betonline.ag and make sure you use the promo code CLNS50 where you'll receive a welcome bonus on your first deposit. Do not miss out on this special offer. A minimum deposit of $55 is required in order to qualify for the bonus. So make sure you do that, guys. All right. We got football preseason, plenty of action for you to win on. And right now, betonline.ag is giving you this special offer just for listening to Causeway Street Podcast. Head over to betonline.ag and make sure you enter the promo code CLNS50. A minimum deposit of $55 is required to qualify for the bonus. Please see BetOnline's general rules and additional terms and conditions regarding the bonuses. Again, betonline.ag, and don't forget that promo code CLNS50. All right, let's get back to this Causeway Street Podcast.
All right, what were we talking about?
You know what? I think we
Ray.
Okay, bring Ray to the conversation.
I think we all agree that that's the backcourt then.
All right, what's
Rondo
the backcourt?
Rondo and IT, and it could have happened.
Rondo and IT.
Could have happened.
Rondo and IT over Ray. IT over Ray.
If they didn't trade Rondo, it could have happened.
It's a small backcourt. I don't hate it.
But Rondo can defend the 2. IT can defend the 1, and that's what convinced me. Because when I first wrote my thing down, I had IT and Ray, and then I said, "No, man, no. I would much rather have Rondo over Ray." Because then I was thinking, like, well,
you need that one guy.
You need the one guy who can defend, and Rondo can do it, and IT
to help
can
IT
play off the ball. It's no big deal. You put him at 1 and 2, 2 and 1, no big deal.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
All right, let's talk about bench players then.
All right, bench players. I'll start with.
Wait, first bench player. Let's talk about the number 1 bench player.
Who's the first guy coming off the bench?
The first bench player coming off the bench.
For me, it would be IT. But
But okay.
If we're just doing like the when MTV does their top 10, and then we all like agree, like, all right, so we're taking this out.
We have to put a list together. All right. The general consensus.
It's your list.
Causeway Street consensus. You know what?
Number 1 bench player. Go ahead.
Let's do this. We'll all agree on a list, and then we'll post it, and we'll see what people think on Causeway Street.
This is your list. This is your list.
So then IT is mine coming off. He's my sixth man.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're just doing the sixth man.
Sixth man. So you got IT.
Or someone's next.
I mean, we're talking 6 man. I got one guy in mind, but then I'm like, all right, I know the other guy is like has to be the 6th man.
I said the same thing.
And it's not a popular guy, but it's got to be Kyrie Irving.
Yeah,
Kyrie Irving's your 6th man.
I fought back and forth with that.
Yo, fuck Kyrie Irving, bro.
There you go. See, that's the reaction I thought you.
So that's what I want to
talk about. Can I say the other guy?
No, because I'm gonna say him, Marcus Smart.
No.
Marcus Smart is my number 1 guy coming off the bench.
Sean, take off your fucking Marcus Smart jersey. Your
Marcus
slides,
Smart is the number 1 guy coming off my bench.
Your damn. What's his name?
Over Ray Allen.
Get out of here with your.
I thought it was gonna be your wild card, bro.
Get out of here.
Over Ray Allen.
Get out of here with your Cobra slides and get the.
Yo,
are you kidding me?
Who's gonna be his wild card, bro?
I don't know, but I don't know why Marcus Smart is your 6th man.
Marcus Smart's my 6th man. Marcus Smart, my sixth man. Why is he my sixth man? Okay, hold on.
Let me get into my seventh man.
Hold on, let me give you my sixth man. Let me tell you why Marcus Smart's my sixth man.
All right. Okay.
How long has Marcus Smart been on the team?
Oh, here we go. The longest tenure card.
Since 2013.
Yeah.
Okay? So he's been on the team for 7 years out of the 2010s that we're trying to fucking talk about. Marcus Smart has been the guy, the most consistent player in a Celtics uniform for that 7-year stretch.
The most
People have come,
injury prone.
People have come,
Celtic,
people
baby.
have gone. You know what you're going to get out of Marcus Smart. You know Marcus Smart makes defensive plays. You know Marcus Smart makes winning plays. You know Marcus Smart is going to affect the game positively every single time he's out there. So for me, if I'm rocking with the best starting five, there is no one else better that I want coming off my bench, first man off the bench, than a guy who's going to come in there and knock a motherfucker out and dive on a loose ball and make sure he's playing Celtics basketball the entire time. Marcus Smart is the number one guy coming off the bench.
Sounds like an eighth or
in any
ninth
team.
man, but all right.
No, man. Okay. Nope. Number 6.
Well, I mean, numbers. So we're doing 7 now?
Yeah, let's do 7.
Seven for me is Kyrie. I had IT because IT was my 6, so Kyrie is 7.
Joe's a little behind because you got, yeah.
Who do you have?
I got Avery Bradley. That's my guy right there. Huge fan of Avery Bradley. He hasn't been the same since he left the Celtics, but when he had that Celtics uniform on,
he's about to kill it right now.
He was doing things that Doc needed him to do. He had the youth. He had the backdoor cuts.
What's wrong
He gets
with
it
you?
done on both ends of the floor.
Hold on.
Knocked down jump shots. What? What's your problem?
I'm just saying you're shitting on me for picking Marcus Smart. And you're going to take Avery Bradley there?
Yes, I'll take Avery Bradley over Marcus Smart.
Hold on, wait.
That era, Avery Bradley? Hell yeah.
Hold on.
Over Marcus Smart?
Yes.
You haven't said Rondo yet, have you?
What do you mean?
On your teams?
He had Rondo.
No, he said he had IT. You had IT and Allen.
Oh yeah, he didn't say Rondo yet.
Yeah, he's coming up.
Oh wow, yo, he's got Bradley before
Who's
Rondo.
your sixth man?
Kyrie.
Fuck you.
Yo, he's got Bradley before Rondo.
He's got Kyrie before Rondo.
Jesus, dude.
He's got Kyrie before Rondo. And man, you know, motherfucker, you got Kyrie before. You named Kyrie too. Kyrie didn't make my squad, bro.
Well,
Yo, fuck Kyrie.
Kyrie didn't make your squad at all?
No, not
That's
at
ridiculous.
all.
All right.
that doesn't surprise me.
In my defense, I wasn't doing orders in order. And then when we had the conversation about our new backcourt,
I tried to tell you.
I mean,
make a squad.
yeah,
You don't want Kyrie on that squad?
I know you want it in order. Yeah, I do want Kyrie in the squad.
No, you don't.
Kyrie makes the cut. Come on,
You ain't
man.
gonna fucking put no fuck Kyrie.
That's my first 3
Fuck
people.
Kyrie.
First
you know who you're fucking?
all right, no order. First 3 people off the bench: Kyrie, Rondo, and Avery Bradley.
No, dumb, stupid.
Who's your 8th guy?
No, my 7th guy
Oh yeah, 7th.
is Ray. I didn't
Wait.
say Ray yet.
So you got Marcus Smart over Ray Allen?
And yes, I do.
But he's got the smallest backcourt for the start. He's got Rondo. He's got IT.
Rondo, IT. You got Marcus Smart coming off the
let's
bench
be honest,
first.
Joel. There's not a lot of big men to choose from. It's slim pickings.
I know that.
No,
That's
I'm telling you.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait, hold on. Gordon Hayward didn't make no team, right?
No.
So fuck you if you're putting Kyrie on a fucking squad.
Not yet, G. It hasn't gotten crazy yet, G. Sorry.
No, Tatum. I'm just kidding. He didn't make my squad.
Yo, I thought you were serious.
Yeah, I know. But you know who did make my squad?
Who?
You know who my 8th guy is? You guys gonna be so mad.
Hold on. Let me guess.
Can we guess?
Yeah.
Shaq.
No. Fuck you.
Let me guess.
Perk.
Think about the way I'm building my squad.
Terry Rozier.
No. Crowder.
Yeah.
I know it.
Motherfucking
if we're doing a full,
Crowder.
if we're doing a full squad, Crowder's on there for me.
Crowder's 8 for me, man.
He's top 10 for me.
3rd guy off the bench. There's no one else in.
Why didn't I guess that? You're right.
There's no one else in this 10-year span that is going to make the squad over Crowder. If I had to take Crowder over Hayward, Crowder. If I had to take Crowder over Bradley, Crowder. If I had to take Crowder over fucking
AB.
Yeah, man. See, I was
you
surprised.
not like AB Bradley?
No.
Seriously,
I'm
what's your beef
I'm
with Bradley,
surprised
bro?
that you put AB on there because I think that
solid, rock solid. What do you mean you're surprised?
Let's talk about who's your 8th guy. Who's your 8th guy?
Bradley.
Bradley. Who's
Yes.
your 8th guy? You said was it Bradley your 8th guy?
Well, Rondo.
I mean, he said Rondo. Yeah. he
Yeah,
said
Rondo, Bradley, and
He's just throwing in Rondo.
and Kyrie.
Yo, motherfucker, you're 8. Who's
Dude, I didn't do this in order.
Okay,
the
who's-
only thing in order
okay.
I did was the starting 5.
Who's your 6th man off the bench?
Rondo?
And then 7th?
7th, I will go. Gotta go Kyrie. And then Bradley's 8.
Bradley's 8 for me.
Bro,
You don't put
can't-
Marcus Smart.
You can't
over-
put your feelings aside for Kyrie. I can't believe Kyrie's not even on your squad.
How am I supposed to put Kyrie on my squad? I don't want to cancel on my squad. I don't want to do this. Going to ruin my whole fucking vibe.
We're talking about production.
I don't care about production. I'll much rather take Isaiah Thomas and fucking.
You do care about production because we just spent 20 minutes talking about IT versus.
Yes, but that, IT wasn't. Okay. Hold on.
So that 2018 team doesn't get home court advantage. Oh, they do get home court advantage without Kyrie. Like Kyrie was. Okay, that's how important it was.
One season, one injury shortened season is going to put him on the all fucking decade team. You better look back. No, you hold on.
60 games.
I don't care. 60. Congratulations. 60 games.
Westbrook plays 60 games. Steph Curry plays 60 games. James Harden plays 60 games. No one's talking about fucking them. Oh, they only played half a season.
No, hold on. We're talking about the all decade team. I'm talking about 82 times 10. That's 820 games. You're going to have a guy that played 60 good games on your motherfucking all-decade team?
Okay, Meanwhile,
Marcus Smart
of what happened
has
last
played
year, though?
7 seasons of dropping his fucking balls on the court and making sure they bleed Celtics green, and they're going to put Kyrie ahead of him?
How many seasons he's even played 60 games?
I don't care. He's played. How many games has he played in the Celtics jersey in the decade? You're talking about that decade. I'm not talking about one good half a season where, I was all on the Kyrie bandwagon, and then he comes back and plays a full season and jerks off his dick and fucking jerks off on everybody.
So he had a bad year last year?
If he
from a leadership standpoint, sure.
If you mean okay, sure. Take his one season, production-wise, and match it up to a couple other single seasons in the 10-year span, then you're going to be comparing him to probably a top 5 player. But those other players that have gotten those type of production,
this is my argument with IT, and you're doing this.
Have brought them to the Eastern Conference Finals. They've won. Kyrie can't win. If he can't win in a Celtics uniform, then everything you do on the court doesn't mean nothing, in my opinion.
He can win. It's just that he didn't come up big in the postseason.
He can win, but he didn't here.
For the first time ever. But anyways.
But first time ever when? True. As a Celtic? Did he win as a Celtic before that season? If you're talking about a Celtics decade team, having Kyrie on it is a smack in the fucking face. And you guys should be ashamed of yourselves.
You should be ashamed of yourself for bringing on Smart. That's what you should be ashamed of.
Smart is the only guy that I'm 100% confident on.
Better than who?
Joel, imagine if we put him in our starting lineup, you would have lost your shit.
Yeah.
If Kyrie was in the starting 5.
Yeah, he was this close.
I almost put Smart over Rondo. I'm not gonna lie. I almost had a backcourt of IT and Smart.
I put my feelings aside for Ray, and he's in my starting fucking 5.
Yeah, you fucked up.
Yeah, okay.
Ray's definitely a bench player. But you can't put him over IT.
Not in this squad.
And in my opinion, you can't put him over Marcus Smart. I mean, I feel like, how are we still underrating Marcus Smart?
Not on an all-decade team.
Underrating Marcus Smart.
Not on an all-decade team. From here on out, if he's still a Celtic,
he's the motherfucking captain of the USA team.
If he's still a Celtic, if he's still a fucking Celtic, and he does
He'll
wonders.
Always be a Celtic.
I don't know, man. That contract's looking pretty good for trade bait. I'm not gonna lie.
Why didn't they pull the trigger on the Anthony Davis trade? I'm not gonna lie. It's because you need to add Smart. If they would have done a Jaylen Brown or
it's because Rich Paul fucking pulled this guy. What are you talking about?
All I know is if you don't have Marcus Smart on your all Celtics decade team, you are blasphemous.
All right. If there was 12 spots, we're not doing 12 spots.
I don't need no 12 spots.
If there was 12 spots, maybe he gets considered in there. But
if there was only 5 spots, I would have found a spot.
He's warming the bench.
Maybe.
He's warming
you know
the
what I'm saying? Maybe, if you're doing all 15, then yeah, he's in there. But
who's your wild card?
Who's your wild card?
I'm dying to know.
Who's your wild card?
Who's your fucking wild card?
I got Jared Sullinger.
Mr. Tasty Burger himself.
No.
Yeah, Sway loves himself Tasty Burger.
Yeah, he loves himself Tasty Burger. Loves himself Mr. Tasty Burger himself.
I used to get so frustrated with this dude because I saw the potential. I thought he could be a solid rebounder, solid double-double guy.
How much did he fuck up?
He even changed his game offensively, stretched it out, was hitting, outside shots, maybe not behind the arc, but he was getting there.
Doc trusted him as a rookie.
Hey, check that out. Check that out.
He was doing things. Oh yeah, Sean got this old sticker here, this Sully sticker. He was doing things that he was trending in the right direction, right? Bigs were starting to shoot from the outside.
Yep.
He was banging down low, which we love that.
He was kind of ahead of the game, yeah.
Wasn't doing it consistently, but then he just couldn't take care of his body. He was, being lazy.
He got fat.
And then all of a sudden he was out of the league. And then I'm thinking, all right, 2 or 3 years he'll be back. We still haven't seen him since.
Tried to go on the Raptors. Nothing.
Yeah, nothing, man. That was short lived, and I'm still surprised. I don't know. Maybe he pulls a Gerald Green. Gerald Green went this route, right?
No, Gerald Green never got fat.
Not that, but Gerald Green went. He
played overseas.
Played overseas.
Where's Sullinger playing?
And he came back to the league.
He was supposed to be in China, but they've cut him.
Yeah, I think
they cut him in China.
Yeah, Jared.
Oh fuck him.
Yeah, No, I'm with you though. I'm with you.
Oh,
If you listen to the beginning,
maybe he won't have a Gerald Green
If you
story.
go back to like season,
But-
if you go back to episode 1
I'm
through
still
10
rooting for him.
of the Causeway Shoe podcast,
Oh, we were all about Jared.
all about Jared. I remember we had an episode going into
love
I
Jared.
think
Jared was like Anton Walker, like reincarnated for a little bit.
and we were going into the
Had that
season.
vibe,
We were going
absolutely.
into the season, and I think this was like the year that we knew Rondo wasn't going to start the year. So this is probably 2013.
Yeah,
Right after the
Brad
big
Stevens' first year.
Yep. And we were like,
he
we
led
were like,
the team in. No,
we-
no, that was Jeff Green, and then it was
no.
Yeah.
He led the team in rebounding the year before.
Oh yeah.
And we were like, who's going to be the leader on this team? We stupidly thought that there was like a chance that we would make the playoffs.
Yeah, we were
that
up
year.
and coming.
Who's
man.
going
We
to be the
tried, we
leader?
tried, we
It's
tried.
going to be very important we make a leader on this
It
team.
was slim pickings for leaders.
and I think we all were like, it's Sullinger's team. It's Sullinger's team, man. While Rondo's out, it's Sullinger's team. And I remember
we were like Jeff Green, you know,
Yeah.
can still be the leading scorer, but it's still
and we
like
were like, it's Sully's team.
Sully's overall better productive,
Yeah, man.
guy.
Yeah, Sully had a job, but you know what?
Yeah, I was rooting for him.
You know what? You know
I
what his
was.
downfall
I was,
was? You know what his downfall was?
His daddy.
That haircut, man. Once he made that haircut change, man, I told you when it happened. Did I not say when it
It
happened?
didn't hurt Marcus Smart.
It did hurt Marcus Smart. You know when Marcus Smart did it, I said he's gonna cut that shit out,
He did.
and he did.
He
And then
listened to
you know what I mean?
He did that after he punched a picture frame.
Hey, I'm not gonna hate on nobody for punching a picture frame.
If Kyrie did it,
I
it would have
punched
been
much
like,
much worse.
fucking stupid.
Except Kyrie. Gets
Almost
fucked
got
up.
a drop from Sully, by the way, but he went. That was my first
Then he
media
went,
day.
and went to Tasty Burger instead.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, come
By
taste
the way,
burger
if
with
you
me.
don't know about Jared Sullinger, he when he was playing in the NBA, this is a story that Sway told me, backed up by Asherrod Blakely, said that Sully used to before the game eat 3 Tasty Burgers.
Oh, is that why? I thought you just
tip-off.
randomly just picked Tasty
No,
Burger. Nah,
that's not even true.
Yeah, no, it's
No.
backed up by
That's
Sway and
not
Asherrod.
true.
no, that's false.
Yo,
You had me going, too. What the fuck?
Draper too also backed it up.
Nah.
Draper said I used to eat the
Maybe if it was Big Baby Davis, then yeah, I
Yo,
agree with you.
How did I just dupe you? You believe
Because
me,
you didn't
boy.
laugh.
Like-
You had a straight face. You usually can't keep a straight face when you say shit like that.
How did I dupe you?
Want to know my
Let me get mine because I was kind of torn, but I'm you know what? I'm just gonna say it, yo, Sheed, yo. I love me some Sheed.
Oh,
Sheed
man.
I was
love
torn
Rasheed
between
Wallace
him
on
and
this
Perk,
team.
but that when he was that the lone season here in Boston, like every 3 he hit, he was just like, yeah, I got that baby, you know, throwing up them threes.
If
And
he put a little more effort in, we would have won.
but
the
like he
I hate when people say that.
he
Come on,
killed it
man.
though in Game 7 though. He
Yeah,
fucking
man.
Yo, he finally showed up in Game 7.
Okay, but because he was a starter. Like if they were all season were like, we need you to play like if you were a starter. You know what I'm saying? But they just kind of Doc was just kind of just give him like, yo, yeah, go in there and just do your thing, just do whatever.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, yo, we need you to play like you're gonna be in at the end of games. Like we need you to play like you're a starter. And he would have came like, all right, okay, I get what you're saying. I gotta stay in shape. Okay, all right.
And then when Perk went down, he was like, "Oh,
He was like,
shit.
oh
It's like,
fuck,
I gotta play one game.
fucked up back and everything.
the
you know,
biggest game of the year."
My biggest thing with Sheed is it's like I love Sheed and I love the signing and I wouldn't have him change it for the world, but
Same thing with Shaq.
I wish
Pissed me off.
that they would have just said like, yay, you know, we need you earlier. Like he should have been the 6th man on the fucking squad, and he just never turned into it, man. That was Doc's biggest problem that whole year was that he didn't get the most out of Sheed, which Sheed was still coming. Sheed was only 3 years off of being one of the best players on like a championship squad.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how you messed that up, but hey, you know who you guys are gonna shit on me. I know
Who
it.
you got?
My man. Brandon Bass, man.
Oh man,
Oh, you
I
know what?
love
Yo, that's a
Brandon
good one,
Bass.
dude.
That's a
That's a
great
good
one.
one.
I love
That might be the only thing I agree about your
Bass.
whole fucking,
Brandon Bass
roster here.
was just
He might be my 9th guy.
the level of consistency on this
Oh, man.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Just consistency.
That little
Yeah.
jump shot he
Day in-
had.
Oh, yo,
He was just
It was money.
undersized. That was the thing.
money.
Brandon
Jump shot
Bass
was money.
though, Brandon Bass made Jared Sullinger look like a fool.
You know who?
Like,
you know,
for
you
real,
Know, you know
for
why?
real.
You know why I hope turns or trends that way this season for the Celtics? Grant Williams.
Grant Williams could be Brandon Bass.
He could be
Grant Bass because Brandon Bass to me is Leon Poe.
Yeah.
Is it more consistent Leon Poe?
Yeah. But like had more body.
Man, more body. Yo, Brandon Bass when he
had that little mid range going, dude.
That dude had the mid range going, and you know what? There was never a play that he took off on the defensive end.
Yeah.
He wasn't the best defensive player.
No.
But he was there. He was bodying. He was fouled.
Yeah.
And then
you mean when he would chase LeBron to the 3-point line?
Yeah. And then remember,
I love you, Bass.
Remember that season? Remember that season with like who's gonna stop LeBron? We were like Brandon Bass, baby. We were like, yo, Bass got him. Bass got him.
Legit chasing him all over the floor. It's like, will you stop? Just stand still.
It's like, no.
And let him come to you,
no,
please.
Let him do that. Let him do that. Yo, Brandon Bass is my wild card.
Yeah, I remember
Brandon Bass.
I remember when that trade happened.
Jesus.
I was pumped for two reasons. One, because I was like,
that was a
okay,
fucking steal.
you gave away Big Baby, and you gave the Celtics a guy who crushed the Celtics.
Yeah, he
crushed them. But do you remember that? Do you remember that year though? Stan Van Gundy had him on like a 16-minute restriction.
Stupid, dude.
He would go off. He would knock like 3 jumpers in a row, and then he would take them out and put back.
He'd be like, "You're good. That's all we need."
Dwight Howard, and then the franchise, because Dwight Howard said that he was like kind of a fan of him, of Big Baby, they just pulled the trigger on that deal real quick. Whatever it took to get Big Baby, they did it.
Hey, we'll get him here.
As soon as they made that deal, I was like, "Oh, great! Celtics just came up. Like that
Brandon
guy
Bass
is a way better player than Big Baby will ever be." So
and he made himself a little bit of a career there, man. I mean,
carved out a role.
Carved out a role on a legitimate, like, you know. Do you
remember that 2012 team too?
Yeah,
2012 team. There was like a 7-man rotation.
Yep.
That Doc had going, and everyone played like 30 minutes a night.
Brandon Bass
was one of those guys.
Brandon Bass probably that season. I'm gonna guess
Steensma
averaged about like
Petrus
11 points and like 8 rebounds a game, bro.
Right.
Like and
yeah, fucking Keon Doolin coming off the bench, jacking threes.
Yo, Keon Doolin had the worst J in the league.
It's like you're playing with that dude on the court, and like those old pickup games. That's what he looked like.
Nah, man, I love myself some Brandon Bass, man.
Chris Wilcox,
I always had.
Yeah, so
Wilcox.
Of course, Chris Bosh, who hadn't played almost that whole series, comes in and just was like literally getting off the bench and just popping threes. That was it. That was a difference in 2012.
Yeah.
If that team gets past Miami, I don't know, man. I think Celtics had a good chance against OKC because OKC shit the bed in the finals.
They were too excited to be there.
We would have beat OKC.
Yeah.
Brandon Bass, man, my man.
Why did you think we were going to hate on that? By the way,
but just because
I've always been a Brandon Bass fan.
Yo, just because I'm legitimately shocked that none of you guys have Marcus Smart on your team. Just because, I
take Brandon over Marcus, bro. I'll tell you that much.
If we were talking about an all
what
Celtics,
the fuck did you just say?
Look at my bench. It's all guards coming off the bench, guy.
If we're talking about all Brad Stevens era thing, yeah, Marcus Smart absolutely be there. But you can't forget about those guys that came before him.
But bro, that's what I'm trying to tell you is that Marcus Smart has been here from the jump since our starting 5 left. Marcus Smart has been here. You know what I mean?
Fine, yeah.
It's been he was the first draft pick after they tanked. He was the first guy that they built around. They decided to keep him. They decided to lock him up long term. They decided to they're not building the franchise around Marcus Smart, but Marcus Smart is a Celtic for life. I don't think there's a question in my mind.
They just said the same thing about Jay Crowder, and look how that turned out.
Jay Crowder lasted 2 years. Marcus Smart's on year 7, so I'm a lot more confident about the Marcus Smart.
This is year. I don't know. This is year 6 for him because Marcus Smart came in the 2013-14 season. So yeah, this will be year 6,
6 or 7.
Wait, did they draft Marcus the same year they drafted Olynyk? I think Marcus is 2014. No, 2013. Number 6. Because I know Olynyk was the first pick.
Yeah. Smart and Olynyk came together.
Yeah. You're right. Smart was 6. Olynyk was
14.
13.
Not Giannis.
Was 15. Yeah.
Not Giannis. That's how I look at it.
Was 13, yeah. And then 2014 was James Young.
James Young and
I'm
Rozier.
surprised he was on your list, bro.
James Young and Rozier.
There was nobody more of a fan of James Young than you, Dutra.
I was a big James Young proponent. I
wasn't better than RJ Hunter, bro.
I thought it was a fucking steal.
It wasn't better than RJ. RJ Hunter should have been my wild
card. Let's relive this 2014 argument, 2015 argument. You got a
preseason argument, man.
Who's gonna make the team? James Young, RJ Hunter. We had a whole fucking episode on that shit.
Yo,
a whole fucking episode.
Someone on
that shit.
YouTube, it's one of like the first times I did CLNS, got so mad because I said, look, I love RJ and everything, but I think James Young's going to get the nod here. This guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. RJ Hunter is on pace to be one of the greatest shooters in this league. Like, he just went on and on. And I'm such an RJ guy. Like, the guy has no idea. But I'm like, dude, I love RJ Hunter, but I was just like, I don't know. It's not looking good, man.
I am surprised.
James Young was looking better throughout that preseason.
I'm surprised you didn't have Phil Pressey on your wild card.
Oh, Phil. Forgot about him. All right, that was fun. A little trip down memory lane.
Marcus Smart's on your all-decade team.
Let's wrap this up the way we wrap up every single episode here on the Causeway Street Podcast. Let's get into Joel's In Case You Missed It.
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 Joel, what we got?
All right. In case you missed it, fellas, Larry Bird. Right. Speaking of Celtics legends, obviously couldn't be a part of our list. But anyways, my man Larry Bird is upset right now over a mural on a residential building in Indiana because the artist depicted the Hall of Famer with tattoos all over his face, all over his neck, and all over his arms. Now, for those that don't know,
That's some futuristic shit, man.
Bird, who's always been adamant that he's never been a tattoo guy, is ready to sue the artist that painted this. And her name is Jules Muck. She's willing to sue this lady unless she's willing to remove the tattoos from the portrait. He legit looks like Chris Anderson, guys, if you haven't seen this, like Birdman. Larry Legend, not happy.
Well, I think he's sort of being a douchebag about it.
What do you think, Sway? I feel him because you know why?
No, man.
I feel him because
it's
he
art,
has a you know, and even though he's in his 60s, today's social media world we live in, he has a brand to protect, bro. He's never been about tattoos.
Yo, that sounds like some straight up.
Hold on, let me show you. Maybe you'll feel different
Trump
if I
shit,
show you.
man.
Yeah, I got to see it.
Yeah, you guys got to see it because
No, I don't care
He
what it
legit,
looks like.
he legit looks like Birdman.
Yo, but I don't care. So that to me is sort of like an artistic way of saying.
Yeah, you're right. It is.
Even though basketball isn't like this anymore,
Yeah.
this is still one of the greatest players of all time.
Yeah,
Like,
so
I don't like if I was Bird, I'd be like, wow,
It's
that's another whole part of the world that I'm not associated with. Fucking giving praise to me, like that's pretty cool.
That's just as artistic as being photographed in a ball pit, right?
No, man. What the fuck? No one wants to be photographed in a ball pit. Like that. What that doesn't mean that. What the fuck? That's not even close.
You were talking about artistry. That's why.
No, okay. The
Based
artistry.
on what you were saying last week.
What's the fucking artistry of this fucking picture with the ball pit? There are good artists and there are bad artists. Okay. If you go to a photo shoot and they say get in the ball pit, then don't do it. But if you're a fucking NBA legend and someone tries to put you in, like, make like a characterization of you in their like light, then that's fucking cool, man. You know?
Yeah, but I just think he doesn't like tattoos. Like, I just think he couldn't get past that. And obviously he's an old school guy, so I'm not totally surprised by it, but like, I'm a little like...
It's actually an old school picture.
Can I see the picture?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's actually an old school picture, right? This is the original one, right? He's in an Indiana jersey, his college days, the baby blue. All right, and he has his finger in front of the face saying, like, you know, number one or whatever. It's a famous picture, right? So this is what the tattoo artist did with it.
Well, that makes him look like a fucking square, bro. That's an awful fucking artistry picture of him. You didn't tell me it makes him look like a fucking...
Looks like Birdman, bro.
No, hold on. Like, when I thought of it, I thought of him in like a green jersey, like just with a couple of tats on it. No, okay, no. That's not because of the tats.
Face tats.
That's something. No, that's the problem.
Neck tats.
Yo, it's not the tats.
Yo,
it's
there's
the horrible
a tattoo. There's a tattoo of two bunnies humping each other.
Okay, guys. Fucking go look at the picture. It's not because of the tats.
You didn't say there was a face tat.
I did. I said face. He had tattoos on his face.
It's not because of the face tat. It's
neck,
a
and
horrible
his arm.
artist.
His entire cheek.
That's like when you get a bobblehead and it looks nothing like the motherfucking dude who's the bobblehead supposed to be. Like half of these. Look at fucking Manny Ramirez and Nomar Garcia Parra over there. It doesn't look like them at all. That's what the Bird picture looks like. It looks like a. Yo.
So then, all right. So then, if it did look like
it looks like a drug addict. If it was Bird with a couple tats, then yeah, I'm cool with it. But
he's not cool with it.
That's
bro.
not on Bird.
He's not cool.
No,
Yo,
guys.
If the tattoo artist just put like Indiana across like his forearm, I think he would be like, all right, yeah, okay, cool.
No, they took a picture that is famous and they made it a joke. That's a cartoon.
Yeah. Well,
I thought it was like a legit that person just sucks at graffiti.
I don't blame Larry Bird.
Yeah, no, I don't blame him either. I just was curious. What you guys thought?
I come off the fucking
But not
perch
because
I was fucking preaching on.
Well,
that's a shitty fucking picture.
If it was a better picture, I bet you Larry wouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's what
I think so too. See, I
think he still would because I think he's so anti-tattoo. He's gone on record saying this. Many, many
why
years.
are you putting anti-tattoo in his mouth, bro?
That's what he's not. He don't like tattoos.
I don't.
He's a guy who doesn't like tattoos. I mean, that's
Hey, but you know what?
Never been down.
That's a good way to put it.
Larry Bird played with people with mad tattoos.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that he was like, that's just not his thing.
I hear you.
Yeah, everyone else can do it, but he's not into it.
I hear you.
I don't know.
You got any tattoos?
I just find it an interesting topic that he's willing to sue this person unless they remove the portrait or just remove the tattoos.
You got any tattoos, Joel?
I don't, but
Sway?
I would like to have one.
No, I don't.
Let's go get a tattoo of our fucking top 25 list this year.
Jesus.
In fucking Miami. Let's fucking do it.
At your bachelor party?
Yeah, let's do it,
It's going to be that kind of weekend?
That's insane.
That sounds awful.
That would be a horrible idea.
That's a terrible decision.
By the way, Bird.
He would be the first one to be like, yeah, guys, we really shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. Like, me and Sway actually had a conversation like this today. I was talking to him about something, and I was like, yeah, man, probably should do that. And it was like 14 days later that I came to that realization.
Took a little while. Every day you thought about it a little bit, and you're like, no.
I'm always the guy that's going to say, yeah, I don't think we should have done that, but it's going to take me a very long time to fucking figure that shit out.
To realize that?
Yeah.
All right.
What else we missed?
In case you missed it, the Lakers are in search for a center after Sean's boy over here, Marcus Cousins, torn his ACL earlier this week.
I don't think anyone missed this.
And well, that's a part of it, all right? And apparently, they're going to give a look at Dwight Howard and Joakim Noah. What do y'all think about that?
Well, that's a big blow because you're not going to get the same production that you would get from DeMarcus Cousins.
Not even a healthy Dwight.
We don't even know. We don't even know if he could have been anywhere close.
Are you trying to make
to who he used to be? But we can guarantee at least 14-10, right, Sean?
Simple.
14-10.
Easy. Cake. Money. All day.
That's a huge loss because they're not going to be able to make that up.
Especially Davis doesn't like to play the 5 either.
Noah or Howard would average 6 points a game. Like that's where they are in their careers. Yeah. You had a guy that was gonna, on the low end, average 14 to 16 to possibly, if you get the most out of him, 20 points a game, easy.
So McGee start now because McGee's the only.
No, the Lakers are fucked. The Lakers are fucked.
All right, but out of those two though, which one you taking?
You can put Kuzma, guys. Kuzma can play the center.
Which out of those two guys, which one are you taking a chance on?
I take the chance on Dwight.
Yeah, me too.
Sean?
Yeah,
same.
No, actually, I go Bynum.
No, man, it's not Bynum.
He's probably like 31.
Oh, I think we were talking about fucking Joakim Noah.
I know.
Oh no, you didn't.
Yes, I did, man. I was saying Bynum.
Saying that Noah's
the call up Bynum. I'd rather have Bynum on the fucking D-League team.
I thought you know what I'm trying to say, right? I thought you were saying that Joakim Noah is the new Bynum. That's what I thought that was the joke.
No. Did you see Joakim Noah yelling at Devin Booker the other day?
Oh, about the fucking
double team. Yo, that was when I saw that. So I was sort of joking about Bynum because I think both like options, like you're gonna suck. But when I saw that from Noah the other day, yelling at Booker, he was like, Booker was the one that was getting double teamed, and Noah was on the other team, and Booker was in the corner. He's like, come on, man. He like lost the ball. He's like, come on, man. We're double teaming in a pickup game, and he's like, I'm trying to practice on my game over here, and then it just goes to Joakim Noah. He's like, yo, that is part of the game, bro. Like he's D'ing up this motherfucker that haven't even inbounded the ball yet at all. He's like, it is game.
But then it was
like I was like, yo,
it was Trae Young.
Joakim Noah, that's how I play pickup games, man, but right there. I want him on my team, bro.
Okay, so based off of that, that's what Trae Young
was commenting
on saying that, like, yo, you shouldn't be able to double team
in a pickup game.
And then fucking even Durant chimed in.
Yo, but you know what I will say is that's new. I never heard that on like a fucking even just playing basketball. I never heard the best player being like
new generation
being like, you can't double team me in a practice game.
That's a new generation. Yo, that's not heard of.
You know why I'll still take the 90s fucking NBA over this fucking NBA? It's because no one used to practice like that.
No.
Like if you got double team, you'd be like, yo, I got double team. I got to beat these dudes.
That was never an issue, right?
Yeah. You would just be like, yo, word, they show me respect.
You find like
they show me respect. Yeah.
You find another teammate and you pass him the ball.
And yo, now Booker, when I heard that, I was like, that's not a good look for Booker, man.
Yeah.
And if that's how the NBA is playing, Which I'll bring up something a little separate, sort of on the same level though.
Yeah.
If I ever have to sit through like a 3-minute montage of the best USA player one-on-one from the elbow fucking moves, shoot me in the fucking face, man. Like, why is that the Team USA practice? No fucking wonder that, like, the world is catching up. You're giving them the ball at the elbow and saying, like, yo, do a couple moves, man, and fucking shoot it. That's like 1/4 of, like, a offensive set that's, like, set up for you. Like, that never fucking happens, man. You've seen those videos?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Even, like, last year when they were, like, it was like, oh, wow, look at DeMar DeRozan really stepping his game up. I don't know, man.
What else we miss?
Well, speaking of Team USA, who beat Australia 102-86 down in Melbourne, they'll be playing the same Australian team in a few days, and then they'll be playing Canada before they make one more cut and then head off to China for the World Cup. But in the meantime, Kemba Walker, Marcus Smart, Donovan Mitchell named Team USA captains. Agree?
Couldn't leave Smart out of there, huh?
Good for him.
You can't.
Good for all those guys.
You fucking can't.
Yeah.
Good for all those guys, especially
You
Marcus Smart.
wanted him home, though.
He could be if he doesn't play, I'm cool with it. If he wants to be the captain, I'm cool with it, but I don't want him to play, yeah.
Okay.
But at the same time,
Pop wants him to play.
would a guy...
Well, he didn't play against Australia.
No, yeah, it was a coach's decision.
What,
He was the only person who didn't play against Australia. So
who was the guy that was captain on your top 6?
Oh, shit. We're going to do captain
Celtics,
now, bro? Come on,
Celtics, the millennial team, or what the fuck do we call it? Decade team.
How dare you use that word, millennial?
Fuck. Well, sort of the millennial
No,
decade.
nah,
All right. Did Paul Pierce... He was a captain?
Pierce.
Was a captain?
Pierce. Captain, all captain, my captain. Pierce.
Of the USA team?
Oh, no. I thought you were talking about the Celtics shit.
I'm talking about being the Team USA captain. Anybody on your list? Nah, man.
I'm confused.
yeah, what do you mean?
Marcus Smart is the top 6 Celtics in the past 10 years. I'm just going to say that.
Oh, got it. Out of
Gotcha.
all the players he picked, they were the only one that's
He's the only guy that's the captain of the USA team.
but not of his own team.
He will be next year. I bet you money. If Marcus Smart becomes a captain, would you put him in your top 6?
No. Yo, he makes the top 12.
You wouldn't put him over
15,
Kyrie?
but not the
Yo,
top 6.
you
bro.
guys, you know what? You
Not
guys
the top
really
6.
are underappreciating Marcus Smart.
No,
bro.
you're
This is fucking
over
bullshit.
appreciating him.
No, it's fucking
We
bullshit.
appreciate him
I
just the amount that he needs to be appreciated.
we
No,
said
bro.
if it's a full squad,
Yeah.
he's warming the bench.
No,
If we're talking about a full 12, he's probably gonna get that last spot.
my man. We are going to look back on this
We're talking
generation of
top
Celtics
8,
basketball.
9.
We're going to look back on this generation of Celtics basketball and see Marcus Smart's the only consistent and the only guy to win like 2-3
Yeah, but his
championships.
best seasons
Because
are
he'll be
ahead
here
of
for
him,
15 years.
Can we agree that his best seasons are ahead of him?
If you don't see it now, you'll never see it, man.
I think that's the thing though. That's where he's at right now.
If you don't appreciate him now, then he's going to be that same player for the rest of his life, and it's a very important player. But whatever, you guys do your thing. That's all good. just over here talking about the USA Captain America. You know, just trying to just
all right.
give him his props. But no.
I believe Kyrie might have been one of the 3 captains on the last Olympic squad.
You should probably look that up because I'm gonna guess no. I'm gonna fucking guess no, and if it is, then he's a fucking traitor.
Well, on that note, make sure you follow us on all social media accounts and platforms at Causeway Street, and check out CausewayStreet.com. Your place for all Celtics rumors, news, and opinions. Yeah, and that's it. That's all I got for this edition of In Case You Missed It. Fellas, real quick, should we do next episode? Because maybe we can promote it now if we do decide to do a mailbag episode for the last week in August.
Yeah, we can do that. Get some questions in here.
All right, if we get
Let's do it.
20 mailbag questions.
Don't put a number on it. Let's just.
If we get 20 mailbag questions, we'll do
No excuses this time.
we'll do the podcast from the pool.
If we don't do it, we don't have enough questions. This conversation ain't never gonna happen again.
Why did you say that as if like the listeners are going to get any enjoyment out of it?
Whoa, they
Yo,
doing
we're
it
gonna
from
do
the
this episode
pool,
from the
bro.
What's going to make that better than any other episode? What's the selling point for that?
There was nothing.
Yo, I
That's
can't
why-
wait to listen to this episode. They're gonna do it from the pool, man.
That's why I let Joel take it from there, man. I was like, yeah, that didn't hit the way I thought it was gonna.
We're gonna keep fucking hitting. We're gonna keep hearing splash. Yo, my bad, Joe. Say that again. I didn't hear you.
Yo,
I went underwater.
I just was underwater for 45 seconds. Oh shit. Yo, how long can you hold your breath, bro?
Margo,
I'm just gonna like, this is the worst episode.
ball out there. I'm like, this,
Yo,
this
watch
is-
my backflip.
All right, we up out of here.